My cousin Daniel Ernst was married to two different women during his lifetime. I will come down to where it shows his family members. Daniel Ernst at one time was married to Dora Mae Mercer, and he had a child, Harry Paul Ernst. Daniel later, after his first wife died, married Lovina Leinard, and they had two children. But as I was looking at the dates of the children's birth, the dates of the marriage, and the dates of the death of the first wife, I had a suspicion that Lily, who was born in 1890, really belonged to Dora Mae Mercer and Daniel Ernst. So to verify that, I want to look at a source. If I look in the sources, I would like to look at the 1900 census where these children will be showing. I'm going to click on the picture of the census. When I come to this view, I like to diminish this box here so that I can see more of the census itself. I will click plus until it's readable. I can click and drag, scoot that over to see the person that I want to look at. I'm looking for Daniel Ernst and his family. I see that in 1900, Daniel Ernst had a wife named Lovina. He also had a child named Harry, who is 11, and Lily, who is 9. On Daniel Ernst, the question above this column says, "How long have you been married?" And they said 6 years. Lovina and Daniel were married 6 years. However, their children were 11 and 9. There is also a question in this column, mother of how many children? So the mother was asked, how many children have you given birth to? 0. How number of children still living? 0. So at this point in time, at 6 years after their marriage, she still had given birth to 0 children. However, 2 children are listed in their family. So I feel like these children, Harry and Lily, should be the children in family tree of the previous wife of Daniel. I'll go back to Daniel's details page. So I feel like Lily should be moved to be up here with Harry in this family. In order to do that, I'm going to capture the ID number of the real mother or the biological mother and click copy. Now come down here to Lily, click on her edit pencil. It shows Lily with a mother Lovina and a father Daniel. So I want to remove or replace Lovina. I'll click right here. It shows me a diagram of what I'm asking it to do. Disassociate Lily with Lovina with an X right there. Then it shows me 2 selections in order to decide whether I want to remove this person or to replace this person. If I remove this person, it is recommended that you delete relationships only when you are confident the relationship never existed or when the relationship is a duplicate. If you want to replace the person, it will change the parent-child relationship by asking for a different person. It will preserve all the sources and notes. Okay, I have reviewed the relationship, sources, and notes of these individuals. Check. Now, after reviewing these options, I am going to replace the mother. I can type in the real mother, Dora Mae Mercer, but there may be several to choose from in the listing from Family Tree, but I know her exact ID number because I copied it. I'm going to click on By ID Number. I'll right-click or I can type that in and paste. Next. It says, do you mean Dora Mae Mercer with the spouse Daniel Ernst? Yes, I'll add that in. My reason for making this change? Dora is the correct mother of Lily. replace. Now Lily has been taken from the family of Lavina and Daniel and put in the family of Dora and Daniel. Now I would like to show the relationship if a child has multiple parents. I'm going to click on Recents and click on Thomas Featherstone Watson. I'm going down to his family relationships. It says that he has a wife and children. His parents and siblings are on the right-hand side. I knew that he had a biological father and mother and brother, but I wanted to add another parent, so I added Thomas Jefferson Jarman and the information about him. Now Thomas Jefferson Jarman shows up here in another setting of family with the biological mother and Thomas as a child. I want to make a notation that Thomas is in a step relationship with his father, Thomas Jarman. So I'm going to click on this edit pencil and come up to the father of Thomas and edit the relationship to child. I'm going to say that he is step. I'll type in a little explanation. Thomas Jarman raised Thomas Watson from the age of 11 years and on. I'll X out of this box. Now it shows that Thomas belongs to Joseph and Catherine. When there is no notation of biological, it's assumed it's biological. Now he's in a relationship with Thomas Jefferson Jarman and Catherine, and the notation shows that the father is in a step relationship. When a child shows two sets of parents, an opportunity will come up for the person who's logged in to prefer which set of parents show up when the family tree is opened up. I would like to click that the preferred set of parents for me would be the biological parents. Now that will open up with the biological parents when I look at family tree. Now I would like to show you what happens if a child has two sets of parents, but one is an incorrect set of parents. I'm coming up to the top of the page and I'm going to click on Recents. And I'm going to click on Margaret in Family Tree. Margaret shows that she has a set of parents, Frank and Margaret, but this pop-out right here indicates that she has two sets of parents. I'm going to click on that right there and see who these two sets of parents are. There's Frank and Margaret, and no name father and Margaret. Well, I can see that this second set of parents is incorrect. I need to remove them. The way I do that is to go to the child and click on her person page. Coming down the page to her family relationships, I see that Margaret is in a family relationship with Frank and Margaret, and she's also in a relationship with no name father and Margaret. This relationship is bogus. It doesn't exist. First of all, I need to check and make sure that Margaret, the mother, has the same ID number here as here, and they do. If they had two different ID numbers, I would want to merge the two mothers together first. Now I need to remove Margaret, the child, from Margaret, the mother, and no name father. In order to do this, I'm going to click on this edit pencil. I would like to remove this child. It shows me a diagram of what I'm asking it to do. Remove the child from no name father and mother. I will click I have reviewed this. Now, I don't want to replace the mother because the mother already exists. She's already in a relationship with that mother and correct father. What I want to do is remove her from this bogus relationship. I'm going to put the reason is that Margaret is in another relationship. Now she only has one set of parents, and that is correct. And out in the tree, it only shows one set of parents. There is no pop out here showing another set of parents.